I've seen brilliant ideas die before they even got a chance. Product designers waiting for random inspiration, hoping for a light bulb moment that would save them. But in product design, you don't want a random point in the solution space. You want the point in the solution space, the point that is the best solution for your users. Today, we'll look at how the product design process is a chain of thought process and how context gets passed from stage to stage. We'll look at how important that context is by doing a few AI predictions. Then we'll compare AI's chain of thought process to the product design process, so that when you use AI to design new products, you get better predictions and better products. I'm Chris McLean. I built a chain of thought design process, then use it to grow and sell a company. Now I teach product design and incorporate GenAI into the product design process. So what's a chain of thought process? It's a step-by-step process that helps you solve a complex problem. Designing a product is very complex, but most people skip steps. They jump from problem to solution, skipping the creative work in between. Maybe they get it right, but usually they miss a critical step, and the product isn't successful. Designing in these isolated flashes sounds inventive, but it's leaving your success up to chance. By using a chain of thought design process, you can pass all of your great ideas and decisions from one stage to the next. These ideas and decisions become context for the next stage so that you can create more great ideas and decisions. In product design, it's the difference between chasing scattered ideas and building a solution that holds together from first thought all the way to launch. My aha moment was realizing the product design process needed to be mapped like a journey. Without the map, a product designer can miss a step and falter. You start with ideation, where you brainstorm users and problems, then decide on the best combination. The user and problem are passed on to the next stage, where they are fully defined, and you start to empathize with your users. Then the big problem is broken down into smaller ones, which are easier to solve. Each problem is solved by brainstorming solutions and deciding which are best. The solutions are prototyped and analyzed, then risk is reduced. At each stage, great ideas and solid decisions become context for the next stage. And because each stage is built on the previous, these early conceptual design stages are critical. If you get the early context wrong, everything downstream suffers. Large language models can also think in chains of thought. And for LLMs, the context you give it is critical too. You could allow AI to make up the context itself, but the path to the solution might take some odd turns. By giving AI more precise context, you get better ideas at every stage. And better ideas will lead to better decisions and better solutions. Let's test how context changes design when we brainstorm with AI. We'll brainstorm for the same type of idea 3 times, each with different contexts. And I'm going to brainstorm with AI the way I usually do, very narrowly. By brainstorming narrowly, I can focus on one type of idea at a time and make the context much more clear. I can focus on one thing and get much better results. Once you know who your user is and what problem they're suffering with, it's time to understand what a great solution means to them. We do this by developing evaluation criteria. In the empathy stage, we look at overall evaluation criteria. And in the brainstorming stage, we look at evaluation criteria for each separate part of the problem. These are the criteria your users will use to choose your solution instead of everyone else's. They are the great things they'll write about your product in a review. Let's do an example using better and better context. The first example is very general. Evaluation criteria for a cell phone. These might be the most important criteria to you. They might not be. In the second example, we'll give more context about the user. Evaluation criteria for a cell phone for a construction worker. These criteria might be more or less important to you. In the third example, we'll give more context about the problem. Evaluation criteria for a cell phone for a construction worker in Toronto in winter. These are probably even more or less important to you. So, depending on the context, 3 different cell phones could get designed. If such a small change at one point makes such a difference, what about a full design? A full design is thousands of ideas and decisions, all built on the context from earlier stages. Get some of that context wrong, and you'll be way off by the end. Get it right, though, and you'll build solid ideas and decisions on top of solid ideas and decisions. And your customer will love you for it. AI can follow a chain of thought, but it needs your roadmap. Without it, AI will choose its own roadmap and use a different one each time. Don't let AI leap to the end of a random design process. Make your searches narrow, give them enough context to make good predictions, and keep them within a proven design process. And after AI makes those predictions, keep the great ones and discard the rest. That will build up a coherent design that your customers will buy and love.